The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. An option handoff given to Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You look at the Saints defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back 7's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's had a momentary roadblock for that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It'll be Young again. That is caught. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Well, this defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They run with Sanders off the option.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Young on 3rd down. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this one is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Ready up.
Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The Saints have 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they took the tough loss in the opener, CD. But since then, they've rebounded to win 2 straight.
And that's exactly what you want to see from your team early on, how they can bounce back from adversity. The Week 1 loss, that absolutely stung. But how about how hard they've worked in the couple of weeks since? And now they're moving back in the right direction.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Able to power through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the 1st.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Quick, yellow. Ready, let's go.
Miller is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So he has a nice run to get him down there. He was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Young will set to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Odell Beckham. Touchdown, Panthers. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to move back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drive.
And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll play fake. Now Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, but most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. Oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Okay, Frank.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Young running the option left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
It's Young on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, Franks. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a 3rd and 6. The Franks looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 33. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now 2nd and 5. Franks now. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that extends their advantage to 6 and 16-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Final play of the half. Young. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Franks thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on touchdown? Miles Sanders, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Again, it's Miller. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They're going option play on 3rd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Working out of the gun, Franks. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Young off the play fake. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Young. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ready.
2nd and 9. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. He was close to fumbling that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And this one is right down the middle. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Franks. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards not go around, a 1st down as well.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Rolling to his right. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown. And they did.
Point after, good by Groupie. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and a yard. Now Young. And his throw here is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week, but he was over 70% right now. He's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
Ready.
And they'll give Miller another crack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Throw left side complete. That's Perry.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
A
Ready.
lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Franks. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is 1st and 10.
52.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, back to Sanders. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Young to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for New Orleans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.